Hey, this is Vu, and today I'm going to be going over practicing spraying. Now, I know most people will go into a server and simply come up to a wall and spray against it like so, and get their spray down that way. Now, that's something important that you need to do, and you need to really get down to be good at spraying, but what most people don't recognize that you need to do is you need to do it away from a wall and not with show impacts on, because in a real game, what you're gonna find is that you're shooting at people and you don't know where your spray is going, and you also need to change targets very often. So what's gonna happen is if you're used to spraying against a wall and you get these visual cues while you're spraying against a wall that show you your spray is going in one direction or your spray is going the other direction, you're going to be too used to having those visual cues, and when you go into an actual game and you have to spray without show impacts on and against opponents that are at varying distances where you can't see where your bullets are landing, you are going to have a lot of problems. What you need to be doing is going into a server like this or a map like this. This is aim training V4B. I'll post that in the description there. And practicing spraying at varying ranges without show impacts on, and that way you can get the feel for what it feels like to be spraying at someone when you don't have these visual cues telling you exactly what you need to be doing. What you also need to be doing is practicing switching targets while spraying. Now, this is a very, very tough thing to do, but it's really necessary. What you need to be able to do is spray down one target and then easily move to several targets and be able to kill them easily. Because what's going to happen is in a game, it's going to be very hard for you to recognize that, oh, at this period of time, if you look at your spray, at this period of time, I need to be aiming down and to the left to shoot an opponent. Or later on in the burst, I need to be spraying down and to the right of an opponent to actually hit them. You need to be able to easily identify where you are in your spray with no visual cues and be able to switch between targets. Although switching between targets is something that you're not always going to need, it is a skill that is very important to have as you go up the ranks to be able to get a real good spray down on CT side against a rushing terrorist team. You really need to be able to switch targets. Anyways, this is just a problem I thought some people had. This is a problem I had when I was newer, where I only practiced my spray by spraying against a wall with show impacts on. It's very important that you don't only do that, because in-game you have no visual cues. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.